Welcome to the Man United Agenda. Yabba Forbes just did an afternoon show. Greetings, everyone. It's Monday. Everyone's got the Monday blues. Back to work, but I'm off today, fortunately. So I'm doing a quick show. I hope everyone is doing all right. Welcome again. Obviously, we had a weekend full of action. 1-1 at home to Arsenal. Now, Arsenal are high flying, and we weren't expected to win, but the performance was pretty promising. We created a lot of chances and stifled them, I believe. Arsenal were expected to sort of come and do some damage, I believe. Big up to Vincent Bullock. How you doing, Vincent? Did you go to the game yesterday? Did you go to the game? Just going to do a little aftermath thing. Big up to Football Power Hour. How you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. Make sure you subscribe to Football Power Hour as well, guys. If you're in the chat, come and say hello. Let me know you're in the house right now. I'm just doing a quick update. Random stuff that I'd be picking out today, just doing a bit of research. But overall, Vincent, Football Power Hour, give me your thoughts on the game yesterday. Are you happy with the result, performance, clear chances we had? I think we have better chances than them. And are we starting to see a gradual improvement with our defensive shape and preventing teams from breaking us down that easy? That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I really think that we're starting to see some development under the new manager. It's been slow, taking baby steps, but the game yesterday was an example and more evidence of that. Vincent saying here, brilliant. Vincent was at the game yesterday. Good game of football that I haven't seen in a long time at Old Trafford. A lot of things went against us yesterday. Arsenal should have been down to 9 men. I can't recall. Was there any sort of dodgy tackles or something? I don't recall, but good game of football. So Vincent, it goes to home games. He's happy with the performance there. Also, should I have 2 penalties? Here, said Vincent. I'm trying to recall. I know that Heaven handled the ball. That wasn't given, but I can't remember many other fouls in the box. Maybe I'm not thinking hard enough. Big up Football Power Hour. He says it feels like we dropped. There you go. Feels like we dropped points yesterday. Just watch the highlights again, and oh my way, that Bruno free kick. Yeah, wicked, absolutely wicked. Just a quick stat. While you're on that, I'm just going to drop this quick stat that I've got here about Bruno. Listen to this now. Everyone has a go at Bruno at some time, and it's granted. I mean, we're supposed to critique our players, but about a free kick, Partey should have been sent off. He's saying here, okay. Oh yeah. Studs up. Marino studs up on Garnacho. Quite possibly. We want to see consistency, don't we? And we're not here to sort of complain or moan, but if these things are happening and other people get sent off for the same thing, we want to see the same thing at Old Trafford. Bruno, going back to Bruno now. Bruno has scored three direct goals from free kicks in all competitions this season. No other Premier League player has scored more than 1. So from direct free kicks, Bruno is the man in the Premiership, according to the data. He scored 3 direct free kicks this season. I can only remember yesterday's one, but this must be true because it's from ESPN. And no other player in the Premier League scored more than 1 direct free kick this season. It's really difficult skill, isn't it? To get up and down and score free kicks. It's, I remember my favorite. Who's your favorite free kick taker of all time, guys? Who would you like to step up to take a free kick for you? Obviously, we've had David Beckham. He's won. He's been fantastic. But for me, I think Zico was brilliant, underrated. His free kicks were outstanding. Platini as well. And obviously, you got the guy, Juninho from Lyon. And Mihalovic as well. Ronald Koeman, the top scoring defender of all time. He used to bang them in with power. But who do you think is the best free kick taker that you've seen or that you're aware of, guys? Because Bruno Fernandes got 3 direct free kicks this season in all competitions, and no one else has got more than 1 in the Premier League so far. Vincent, Football Power Hour saying, and Partey should have been sent off. We've got Rasmus was pushed when he was in the area with the ball, and also footage showing 2 stampings on players' legs. That's as Football Power Hour just highlighted there. Going to be Ronaldo or Nani on free kicks. That's just strictly for Man United. Yeah, guys, in the comments before we finish the show, let me know who's your greatest free kick taker that you've seen. I'm going to narrow it down to 1. My guy, if I had to step up and say we want a free kick to win the game just outside the box, I'm going for Zico. I think he was brilliant. All right, let's get on with the news. What we got here now, guys? Let's take this in. It's only a short show, so if you are watching, press the like and subscribe if you're not already. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. What have we got here? Garnacho. Now, this is a guy from week to week. People criticize him. People love him. He's a young starler. Granted, he's not a complete, player just yet, but we have to give him time and patience. Big up to the Dugout Football Channel. Enough respect to you. Make sure you follow Dugout Football Channel as well. Thank you so much for the greeting. Right back at you, my friend. We're talking all things Man United just for the next 10 minutes. So Alexander Garnacho, his stats yesterday. Who thought he had a good game? He was running a lot. We were under pressure. We couldn't get out, but with that running power and dribbling power, he was able to sort of drive and get us up the pitch sometimes. But I'm just giving you a few data here. 89% pass accuracy, which is pretty good, isn't it? 70% duels that he won. Little Garnacho against those defenders, those big defenders, 70% duels won. Pretty good. I like that. 34 touches, means nothing. 5 ball recoveries. Now, if that's not saying this guy's working hard, I don't know what else is screaming at you. 5 ball recoveries in one game. 3 take-ons, getting the ball, taking people on. This is Garnacho. We expect that from him. But 3 is pretty good. You probably expect more, but you see 1.5, 2 a game from these guys. Take-ons, there's a lot of complaints. There's Jamie Lawrence, ex-football pro. He's always complaining that wingers don't take people on anymore. They get to a certain area and pass it back. We know with Garnacho, he's going to drive and take people on. So Timo Garnacho says, Grace, how you doing, Grace? Nice to see you. Good afternoon. So 3 take-ons. He had 3 crosses. These are the stats you want to see from a winger. 3 fouls, 1. Obviously, he's been tackled because people are worried about him. And he's had 3 tackles and 2 shots as well. Not bad, is it? Not bad. The one that stands out for me is the ball recoveries. 5 ball recoveries, which means he's digging in, and 3 take-ons as well, and 3 crosses. Very good from Garnacho. Let's put some respect on his name. All right, you guys happy with Garnacho? Let's see. Could Garnacho transition into a right wing back, says Grace. Whew. I mean, with that, when you look at that, you see ball recoveries, tackles was 3. I'm surprised because since the manager came, he put Ahmad in that position. He didn't put Garnacho in there. Maybe it's because he didn't think he was ready to play that role. He's put him in his number 10 position. He hasn't put him anywhere else. I don't know. Is Garnacho big enough, strong enough? Does he want to do that work? I don't know. What do you think, Grace, more importantly? Because I can't tell. The only thing I can say on that is that the manager hasn't played him there yet, when I thought he would have been one of the candidates to play there, and he hasn't played him there. It has been the fullbacks have played there, Maz, Dalot. We've actually got Dorgu in now. And prior to that, Ahmad was playing in that position as well. So I haven't seen Garnacho play there. Rashford, when he was there, didn't play there either. So maybe these guys don't have the mindset or the concentration or defensive attributes to do that job. What do you think? What do you think more importantly? All right, more news. Talk about Heaven. Heaven had a great little game yesterday. Little cameo came on for Euro. Just going back to the Garnacho thing, Grace is saying here, Garnacho as a number 10, right wing back, both can switch with each other to play the game. Okay, so he should be versatile to be able to play both positions. All right, that's an interesting one. I think one thing about Bath Time and Mr. B, they always say, and Dora, they always say they want our attacking players nearer the goal. At wing back with Ahmad, is he, if he's going to be defending most of the game, we want him nearer the goal. These are the strong attributes. So Heaven, let's talk about Heaven. No one's dying here, or no one's being religious, but we're talking about Heaven, the player, the young player that came into the side in January from Arsenal. Left-footed defender, had a little bit of a cameo against his former side yesterday. Do you think he played well? I did critique him a little bit, but I thought he'd done all right. Got some news here, just a few statements to let me know what you think about this, guys. So Barcelona apparently pushed hard to get Heaven right up until Man United agreed a deal, which is recently in the January window. Frankfurt were also keen. So there was a couple of clubs interested in Heaven, and Barcelona are one of them, and he's chosen us. He's chosen to come to Man United. Big up to Rio, man. How you doing, Rio? Good afternoon. Just a quick show. Hope you're doing well. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. We just talked about Garnacho. She's talking about Heaven now. News coming out that Barcelona pushed hard to get Heaven up until Man United signed the deal. And Frankfurt were interested as well. This is from Ruben Amorim on Heaven. He says, I think he did well, really well. He's really comfortable with the ball, so relaxed, very aggressive. And I think we have a very good player there. Now, Ruben's come out endorsing him. This is after the game yesterday. What are your thoughts on Heaven? Do you think he done all right? Just my slight criticism. There's one time when he was defending in the wide area, and I think it was one of the Arsenal players, Martinelli, was sort of buzzing around him, and he didn't defend it confidently, in my opinion. Looked a bit shaky and looked like he was going to make a mistake. But otherwise, I saw him win headers. I saw him on the ball. He seems quite comfortable. But we need to see more. But what do you think, guys? Because the manager's given a big endorsement here, saying that he played really well, was really comfortable on the ball, so relaxed, very aggressive, and I think he will be a very good player in the future. Guys, thoughts on Heaven, please. This is a pleasant surprise. Heaven seems promising. Yeah. Big up to Will Williams. Hope you're doing well, Will. Thanks for tuning in. Another one, Rio saying here, at the moment, he doesn't seem very agile. Could be the nerves. I like what I've seen, though. Obviously, it's hard to make a judgment when we've only seen a couple of cameos so far, but there's an opportunity. Martinez is out. Yoro got injured the other day. Harry Maguire's out. Lindelof had to play. So there's an opportunity there for him to step up, and he took it. He took it. So fair play to the young man. Maybe it's one for the future, especially when you're hearing that Barcelona and Frankfurt were fighting hard for a signature before he came to Manchester United Football Club. All right, next one. Let's do this. Ruben Amorim, you talk about the protest. As you know, yesterday there was some protest at the ground, before the ground. And Ruben Amorim just simply says, this club will never die. That is clear. I don't know what the question was. But the club will never die. That is clear. Simple things, really. Well, I don't know. Look, we just want things to improve. I understand the fan base protesting. They want to see things run better. They want to see the club run better. And especially, look, the pointing factors for me are the performance in the league, the financial situation, the stadium. These are things that are just standard, that are screaming at us to say things aren't right. So when you're coming from an era where we've been successful under Fergie, the 10, 12, 13 years ago he was here, we want to see that success again. It's been too long. So the fans start to protest now. They want better. They want the club to be managed better, to put us in a position where we should be challenging. Now, we are the biggest club. We've got the biggest resources. We should be managing. So something's going wrong over the last 10 years where we're not managing the club correctly. And if we manage the club as other clubs are, look at Brighton, who are punching above their weight. Look at Brentford punching above their weight. These clubs are being managed correctly. Something's going wrong. And hopefully these troubleshooters, Ineos, will come in and do a good job and turn it around. Maybe they need a bit more time, but the protests, are they protesting about Ineos, or they're just in general about the Glazers and how the clubs run? Rightly so, though. None of us are happy. We want to see us up there challenging for big trophies, not FA Cups, not Europa Leagues. We want to be challenging for the league and the Champions League. Isn't that right? Here we go. Will Williams, big up Will. He's saying here he's a midfielder who transitioned into a centre half. He should be comfortable on the ball at his feet. So as the manager said, he's very comfortable on the ball. So Will Williams saying he used to be a midfielder. So there you go. Definitely, if you're a midfielder, you've got to have that sort of ability, aren't you, to sort of keep the ball in tight areas. And he's transformed that into his centre-back role, or a centre-back of three. So hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of him, and Shidu as well. I think as a fan base, we're quite excited, aren't we, to see these youngsters develop and come in. We saw a little cameo again from Collier yesterday. What are your thoughts on him? I thought he played brilliantly. I think he's a good prospect, and someone who needs to get more game time, in the hub of the midfield. He's got that running power. He's got that energy, and I think he's one for the future. Do you guys agree? Are you happy with Collier? Do you think he's someone that could develop, or is he going to end up like Zidane Iqbal and kicked out the club? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with him? All right, next one. Let's talk about this. Man United have confirmed that they will return to the USA for their pre-season tour this summer to face West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton in a Premier League summer series. So this is from the Daily Mail. Look, I'm just gonna say this: these tours, I know it's for money and financial gain, and we are playing West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton, three Premier League sides. But what are your thoughts, guys, on going on tour? Should we be staying at home and getting our working on our tactics? Because for one, you finish in May. If there's an international tournament in the summer, players go off for that. Players get about 2 or 3 weeks off completely. Then it's back to preseason training. And during the preseason training, you want to see your players, especially under a new manager like we have with Amrin, get drilled with that time, no matches, get drilled into the way we need to play. So how do you feel about this? I'll just repeat this. Man United, just come from the Daily Mail, Man United have confirmed that they will return to the USA for pre-season tour this summer, facing West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton in the summer series. Premier League summer series. Woo! Way to go, USA! There's money to be made, clearly. We're back in the USA. What do you guys feel about this? Should we be more focused on, especially with a new manager, bedding the players into the system, giving us more time for that? Or should we just go out there and get the money for this pre-season tour? Let's see what the guys are saying here. Which current players are automatic starters and which first team players are up for grabs? I'm going to come back to that one. A good question. Let me just start that one for you. Here we go. Rio saying here, this is a reflection of how we've fallen. We normally play top European sides on tour. Do you think that? But I agree with that. Yeah, because last year we could have played, I think, Real Madrid and all these teams like that. They're calling it the Premier League Summer Series. But what are your thoughts on actually going on tour? Do you think we should be focusing more on a training camp somewhere and developing, our style and getting more familiar with the tactics? Or do you think it's just a money-making thing to go on tour? What are your thoughts on that, Ria? Should have stayed at home last year, says Grace. It was under Ten Hag. Didn't get much time. There was a tournament last year as well. With all the amount of injuries, there you go. These are good points. Good points. Grace, good shout there. Big up to Bart, serious fan. He said, good afternoon. United shouldn't go on tour. Working on the training ground from early July should serve United well. Very good point. Ideally, United should train at Melwood, but that won't happen. Thank you, Bart. Good shout. Do we get a trophy? Was it Spurs that always was Audi Cup? Yeah. Spurs won the Audi Cup, didn't they, pre-season? No, probably will get a trophy, but it's meaningless. Will saying here, it's a continuous season, almost no rest, and our squad is thin. I think we'll be injury ravaged early next season. There you go. There you go. These are good points, guys. I appreciate this. Thank you, Will. Where would United be without a much maligned Bruno? Yeah, we'll talk about Bruno soon. Big up to Daddy B. How you doing? Big up crew, he says. Everyone say hi to Daddy. Also, big up to my local lady, Sue82. I'm surprised I don't see you around town, Sue. I'm always in the area. I'm wearing my Godfather hat today, Sue, because this is the Godfather of West London, as you know. So you are under my wing and you are protected. Do I look like a gangster, a pip? All I need is a cane, don't I? I'm wearing this hat. I'm going to the Jazz Cafe later, so I'm just playing around with a few hats to see what I could wear. Big up to Sue as well. Lovely to see you in the house. Bart saying here, going on tour is necessary, also because United are globally supported soccer club, of course, and some of the foreign fans don't get a chance to see them in the flesh. Good points, good points. You've got to have a balanced argument here, haven't you? I'm being a bit biased, to be fair. Rio saying here, Ten Hag wanted to stay at home, which is very true. Good shout. But with an international tournament this season, I don't see it as an issue going abroad this year. Fair play. Bart saying here, would United really make money if they did a local tour around the north of England? Probably not. But I suppose you have to look into that. Vincent saying here, don't forget we played in some weird cups in Japan, a Toyota Cup when Giggs was man of the match. He went home at the end of the tournament with 7 cars. Didn't even know what to do with them. Wow. Vincent, good shout. Bart saying here, if United go abroad this summer, that will be the only time United played outside of England this year, as 14th place doesn't play in Europe. Very good, very good. Now, as you know, Bart's a Liverpool fan, so bit of a dig, bit of a ribbon there. We can take it. Big up to Overhead Kick TV. How you doing? Make sure you subscribe. He says, big up Yabba, looking good. Jazz, as they say. Yes, man, Jazz. I am a jazz man. I'm going to the Jazz Cafe tonight. There's an album by Herbie Hancock, came out in 1965. called Maiden Voyage. If you're into jazz, please check it out. And then obviously Herbie Hancock won't be there, but there's another band playing at the Jazz Cafe the whole album today. So it's going to be and my missus going there tonight. That's why I'm just trying out little hats. So big up to you. Hope you're doing well, Pappy. Overhead Kick TV. Go and subscribe. No doubt about it. Talking about tours and all that kind of thing. Grace saying if we win the summer series, it'll be one trophy more than Arsenal will win. Yes. Wicked. They stand to make 8 million out of the postseason 8. Oh, well, there you go. Asian tour. We go to USA, I think, but yeah, this is the point Will's making here. You make a lot of money going on tour, and all our worldwide fans get to see the players. Yeah, will be great. Hopefully, I have a good time tonight. Let's go back to Man United news. Let's see what else I've got here. News. Obviously, we're playing Real Sociedad this week. Are you guys confident? It's 1-1 going into the game at Old Trafford. What did you think? You had a good look at Real Sociedad. They were without their best player, by the way, Zubamendi, I think his name is, the midfielder. We're back on Thursday, home game, home advantage. Ruben Amorim saying here, Ugarte could be back to face Real Sociedad. Are you excited about that? Or what sort of midfield two would you start with? If Ugarte's back, are you going to drop Casemiro? Or are you going to play Bruno there? How would you guys run it? What do you guys think of Real Sociedad? Is this guaranteed that we can get through? Do you think we've got enough to get through? It's a massive game, isn't it? We have to win this competition, or at least go far. That's the most important thing. Let's talk comments. USA pre-season tour, and there's a 2-game post-Asia tour. Forgive me, I didn't know that. All right, you're right, Will. Sorry, I'll take that back. And we've got Rio. You're coming to the game Thursday with me on the coach. So Rio and Vincent go to games, obviously from Birmingham. Big up to you guys, proper supporters, man. And if you can hear my TV, I've got a ghost. I keep telling people that suddenly the TV just comes on for no reason. I don't know how. No excuses on Thursday, says Grace. Yeah, what are your thoughts, Grace? Do you think we can do it? Very confident. Can't see us losing, says Rio. If we do, Friday's going to be a long day. Yeah, guys, that's it for me. What do you think then? Thursday night, Real Sociedad. Look, I was at work. I know they kicked off at 5:30 the other day. Hopefully it'll be a bit later, but I didn't get to see the whole game. You guys more qualified than me. What did you think of the game? Are Real Sociedad in a position to really hurt us? Where are they going to hurt us? What have they got? Because we absorbed them. From what I did see, we were defensively kind of sound, prevented them from opening us up, as we did against Arsenal. So if with that base and that foundation there, we're going to be pretty hard to beat. But what about scoring goals? You know, and obviously Cheeto can't play. We've got to go back to probably Haaland as well. Will Williams saying here, nobody tell Onana it's a European game. Oh dear. And I'll tell you who's doing that to your TV. Solo, the unfriendly ghost, laughing out loud. Big up. Big up Solo. Remember Solo? Yes, we do. Solo founded this channel. If anyone doesn't know, Solo, Errol is the founder of this channel, and he's no longer with us. He's working full time now. So, but he's there in spirit, as Vincent's saying there. Here we go. Opamende is back. They will be strong in the middle of the park, most certainly. But we got Ugarte back. Sociedad lost yesterday to Sevilla. Maybe they're putting all their eggs in one basket then. They probably rested players for the big game they've got. It must mean everything to them. They're in 9th place, aren't they, in La Liga? So the only chance of Europe for them is like us in the Europa League. So massive game coming up. It was the best we've played since Amorim's taken over, in my opinion, says Rio. So Rio's saying from the game against Sociedad, it was the best we played. Defensively, quite secure, prevented them from walking through us. Rio, that's a good shout. Could possibly be, yeah. I could go with that. I can go with that. All right, guys, don't forget, there's 13 in the chat right now. Make sure you press the like button if you can. We will be back tonight. Not myself, obviously I'm going out, but Mr. B will be back on this evening doing the show as usual. All things Man United. We just want to say we appreciate every one of you, all you guys that support the channel. And all your regulars, we're really grateful for you. Love your contribution, your participation. But I will say this. Rio, you're an exception to this because I know I've taught you off screen. But guys, I advise you, get more involved in the Man United agenda. Participate more involvement. It's all right, write into comments and everything else, but you're welcome to come on the show. You're welcome to contribute more in that way. We'd love to see that, you know. So if you, Vincent's even given us match vlogs from games from time to time. I'd like to see that again, Vincent. But yeah, make sure you contribute more to the Man United agenda. Give us more input from you guys. It's a community channel, so we're grateful for every one of you. Big up to Mitesh as well. The team was looking okay, but too defensive. Casemiro and Eriksen in the team makes sense. Why it was better. There you go. Big up Mitesh. That's a good point. These players are still good. Might not have the legs anymore, but experience is what counts. That's what I say. Since I've been going grey, I keep telling the ladies, experience is what counts. Don't judge me like this. I'm joking. I've got a missus. Anyway, Vince is saying here, Yabba should do a little show about music that's linked with Man United and where people can get them from. And on CD, yeah, most certainly. You guys might not know, but I do a lot of music stuff. I've got a huge record collection, and I'm usually on TikTok doing live videos, music, usually reggae, soul, jazz, blues, that kind of thing. So yeah, always doing something, you know. But yeah, like I say, make sure you contribute to the Man United agenda. We love all you guys. It's a positive community. If we're giving you opportunity, come on the show. Join us, you know, come on the show like Tyrone has been. Rio's going to be doing that very soon as well. And join myself, Dora, and Bath Time. And yeah, let's talk football more often, you know. But on that note, I'm very sad to say that we have to leave. It's been 27 minutes of, you know, solo, me and you guys. Don't forget, come back this evening, check your notifications, because Mr. B will be back for sure. And whatever you're doing this afternoon, have a lovely afternoon. We'll be back later this evening. God bless you, and I hope you have a good time tonight at the Jazz Cafe. Later, guys. See you later.